Think back to a moment you still cringe about. Maybe you tripped in public, said something awkward at a party, wore the wrong thing to an event, sent a message you instantly regretted. Whatever it was, you can probably still feel the heat of it, the certainty that everyone saw, everyone noticed, everyone remembers. Now here's a question that might change how you carry yourself for the rest of your life. Those people who witnessed your embarrassing moment? Ask yourself, honestly, do you remember their embarrassing moments? The stranger who tripped near you last month, the coworker who misspoke in a meeting, the person who wore something odd to a gathering? You almost certainly don't. Because you were busy thinking about yourself. And here's the twist that should set you free, they were too. This is one of the most liberating patterns we carry through life, and most people never see it clearly. It's called the spotlight effect, our tendency to massively overestimate how much other people notice, watch, and judge us. Today, we're going to expose this pattern, prove it's real, and show you how seeing it clearly can quietly transform your life. Let's get into it. First, what the spotlight effect actually is, because naming a pattern is the first step to escaping it. The spotlight effect is a well-documented psychological tendency. We feel as though there's a spotlight constantly shining on us, making our appearance, our mistakes, and our awkward moments far more visible and memorable to others than they actually are. We go through life feeling watched, evaluated, scrutinized, as if we're the main character on a stage and everyone in the audience is focused intently on our every move. The reality is almost the opposite. Other people are not watching you nearly as closely as you feel they are, because they're the stars of their own show, absorbed in their own spotlight, their own worries, their own self-consciousness. Everyone feels watched, which means almost no one has much attention left over to actually do the watching. There's a famous piece of research that captures this perfectly. People were asked to wear an embarrassing shirt into a room full of others, and then to estimate how many people had noticed it. They consistently guessed that roughly twice as many people noticed as actually did. The embarrassment felt enormous and glaringly visible from the inside. From the outside, most people simply hadn't registered it. The spotlight the wearer felt burning down on them was, to everyone else, barely a flicker. That gap, between how visible we feel and how visible we actually are, is the spotlight effect. And once you understand it's a distortion, everything changes. Now, why do we carry this pattern? Because understanding where it comes from helps you loosen its grip. The spotlight effect isn't a character flaw or vanity. It comes from a simple, unavoidable fact about being human. You experience the entire world from inside your own head, and you are the constant, central character of your own life. Every moment, every sensation, every embarrassment is happening to you, vividly, at the center of your awareness. Because you're the star of your own experience, it's incredibly hard to grasp, on a gut level, that you are a minor background character in everyone else's. Your awkward comment felt like the defining event of the evening to you, because for you, it was front and center. But for the other people, it was one tiny moment in their evening, where they were the star, preoccupied with their own comments, their own worries, their own spotlight. This is the deep root of the pattern. We can't easily escape our own perspective. We know our own inner experience intimately, and we're effectively blind to how little space we occupy in anyone else's. So we naturally, automatically, overestimate our own visibility. It's not arrogance. It's just the unavoidable byproduct of seeing the world through one pair of eyes, our own. Recognizing that this distortion is built into being human is the first step to no longer being ruled by it. So here's how seeing this pattern clearly can transform your life. This is where it gets genuinely freeing. Freedom 1. Your embarrassing moments basically vanish. That thing you did that you're still cringing about? The people who witnessed it have almost entirely forgotten it, because they were focused on themselves, and because minor moments simply don't stick in other people's memories the way they stick in ours. This means you can release an enormous amount of accumulated shame. those cringe memories you're carrying are, to everyone else, long gone. You're the only one still holding them. You're allowed to put them down. Freedom 2. You can take more risks and be more yourself. So much of what holds us back, speaking up, trying something new, wearing what we like, pursuing a goal, is fear of being judged. But if people aren't watching nearly as closely as you feel, then the imagined audience of critics is mostly just that, imagined. The judgment you're terrified of is far quieter and far rarer than it feels. That means you're much freer to act, to risk, to be authentically yourself, than your fear suggests. The stage you think you're performing on is mostly empty seats. Freedom 3. You stop letting an imaginary audience run your life. Here's the big one. When you truly internalize that you're not the center of everyone's attention, you stop making decisions based on what everyone will think, because everyone isn't really thinking about you much at all. You get to reclaim your choices from a phantom jury. What you wear, what you try, what you say, what you pursue, can be driven by what you actually want, rather than by an audience that, it turns out, isn't really watching. That's not a small shift. That's the difference between a life run by imagined judgment and a life run by you. Now the honest caveats, because patterns we carry deals in truth, not comforting oversimplification. Let's be balanced. The spotlight effect being real doesn't mean nobody ever notices you or that your actions have no social consequences. People do notice significant things, and how we treat others genuinely matters. The point isn't that you're invisible or that nothing you do registers. It's that the constant, intense scrutiny you feel, especially over minor things like appearance and small mistakes, is dramatically exaggerated. Real consequences exist. The imagined magnifying glass over every small moment mostly doesn't. And this insight is meant to free you, not to make you feel unimportant or unseen. Realizing you're not the center of everyone's attention isn't sad, it's liberating. It means you can stop performing for an audience that isn't watching and start living for yourself. The goal isn't to feel that you don't matter, it's to feel released from a scrutiny that was never really there. Used well, this pattern's truth is one of the most freeing things you can understand. Here's where I'll leave you. We carry so much weight, cringe memories, self-consciousness, fear of judgment, the constant background sense of being watched and evaluated. And underneath a huge amount of it is a single distortion, the spotlight effect, the false feeling that everyone is paying far more attention to us than they actually are. The truth is quieter and kinder. Everyone is starring in their own movie, absorbed in their own spotlight, carrying their own cringe memories, worrying about their own judgment. Which means the audience you've been performing for, and fearing, is barely watching. That embarrassing moment is forgotten. That imagined jury is distracted. That spotlight you feel burning down on you is, to everyone else, a flicker they've already moved past. So put down the weight. Take the risk. Wear the thing. Say the words. Be yourself. Not because no one will ever notice, but because they're noticing far less than your fear insists, and the freedom in that is enormous. Nobody's watching as closely as you think. And that's not lonely. That's your permission to finally live like the main character of your own story, instead of a nervous performer in everyone else's. The spotlight was never really on you. Now you get to decide who you'd be if you truly believed that. If this freed something in you, the next episode uncovers another pattern we carry that quietly shapes how we see ourselves. That video's on your screen right now, and the full series is linked in the description below. Subscribe to Patterns We Carry for the hidden patterns that shape how we live every week. And tell me in the comments, what's one cringe memory you've been carrying that, be honest, nobody else even remembers? Naming it is how you start to let it go. See you in the next one.